paranormal activity, active with the actions in my brain. Actively I'm tracking apparitions in my veins. Check my swing, ghost writers, I'm a lefty. Y'all brag about your flow, I'm ghost riding on a jet ski. Don't test me. Switch hitter, Mickey Mantle in his prime. In the Bronx, dropping bomb after bomb like a B-29 on a Nagasaki dome. No tattoos, I bear arms. Spill your sake on these balls. EARs like Tawagachi. Hips track on Kawasaki. Spin your wheel, that's Yamasaki. Do the math, I'm Fibonacci. Use zeros, I'm the one. One trigger, 2 bullets, 3 millimeters. 5 bullies lay dead. That means 2 I snap with a strap. That's no cap. Whoever sees this and subscribes right now will get a free teddy bear. I think we're all gonna need a cuddle after this one. What's going on, YouTube? It's Knox Hill, and we're back with our reaction series. So today is not Friday. Yes, I know it's not our usual release on Friday, but as you guys can understand, one of my favorite artists of all time, Eminem, released a song at midnight of early hours of Friday morning, so obviously we had to do that one. We had to do a crazy live for that, but you know, ERB, I am not going to let you down in the support. So today, we're going to get the weekend started right. And you know what? We're really going to upset some people because we're going to do Trump versus Biden. Now, quick disclaimer before we go any further, guys. I just want to say, please respect the comment section. It is okay to have differing opinions. I might say some things that upset you. Yeah, I probably will. That's the fun of doing a battle like this one. But listen, I really enjoy political discussion. I think it goes back to me thinking I'm qualified to speak on these things ever since the day that I never took AP, government and politics, walked in and took the AP exam, got a 5 on that bitch, and yeah, that was all she wrote from there. Also, I studied a lot of it in school, so you know, you guys asked me, you know, how does Knox do so well with ERB? Well, because he literally was international relations. So he studied history, he studied government, and he studied politics. So I'm definitely going to enjoy this one and sharing this one with you guys. So yeah, let's do this. ERB, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, step up to the plate. Let's see what you got. Ooh, very dramatic piano. Oh, already it's making me giggle. You got Biden in his mask, just spraying the hand sanitizer, already firing shots visually at Trump. Joe Biden. And that, oh my God, it goes even further. I love how ERB always does their homework. And visually, when they're at the debate and Trump was mocking Biden for his big ass mask, right? And the mask, like, you know how the mask will at least show some of your nose. Like Biden just had this Darth Vader mask that he was rocking, and Trump was trolling him for it. And look at this. I mean, look, you can't even see his aviators because the mask is already all the way up to his eyes. That's great.
It's the DJT, getting it on. The Teflon Don on the White House lawn.
Teflon Don, comparing himself to John Gotti, the Teflon Don, New York City, Gambino Mafia crime boss. I like that. And also playing off a Teflon, like a Teflon vest, like saying I'm bulletproof. I can take whatever you want to throw at me. And I love Lloyd's facial expression, man. I mean, look at that.
It's the DJT, getting it on. The Teflon Don on the White House lawn.
I mean, he looks just so disgusted to be battling Biden right now.
Swimps like you, I'll win a 3rd term. Your campaign's like your family. Crash and burn.
Oh, that's mean. That's so mean. So Biden lost his wife and his daughter in a car crash. So crash and burn. And then actually that goes even further layers because you could say that Hunter Biden crashed and burned through all of his drug addictions and all the scandals and shit he involved his dad with. Wow. Man, that's low.
Swimps like you, I'll win a 3rd term.
And then obviously the 3rd term, because we all know you cannot run for president for 3 terms. You can only win 2 terms. It's written, you know, into our legislation that way. But Trump, leave it up to Trump. He would go, you know what? I don't need that Constitution. What's that? I'm going to take it 3 terms, baby.
Getting it on. The Teflon Don on the White House lawn. Against wimps like you, I'll win a 3rd term. Your campaign's like your family. Crash and burn. Looting and violence will keep the MAGA movement quiet. Resist me? That's a riot. Why'd you step behind the...
His mannerisms are so good. I'm really loving the portrayal of Trump and the voice that Lloyd is making too. It's yeah, this is a good one. So obviously, you think looting and violence will keep me quiet because we saw what went on in Portland. We saw what went on across the nation, and Trump having issues with the rioters and with the looters. And yeah, there's a lot of ugliness. But I love how he plays on it like the idiom saying, that's a riot, that's a laugh. Well, no, that's literally a riot because riots were happening, and that was political situations that had to be dealt with.
Looting and violence will keep the MAGA movement quiet. Resist me? That's a riot. Watch you step behind the gym, I'll be standing by. See how tough you are against the 45. I should.
Wow, this is loaded with bars on bars on bars. I'll be standing by. In the, which debate? It was a debate with Biden when they were talking about Portland and talking about how Trump is so critical of Antifa. But would he say something about the right side, the extreme right? And then the Proud Boys was brought up as an example. And instead of taking the opportunity live on national television to condemn them and to separate himself from that, he said, stand down and stand by. You get that? It's almost like it's a very muddled message to say that, to say stand by. Like what does stand by mean? Like stand by and wait for my order to continue to, just wait and keep going. Yeah, I love how they took that, because obviously a statement like that is going to receive criticism. People are going to question that and go, hang on a second. No, he could have condemned them, but instead he chose that as his words to say. Yeah, very interesting. So that's funny that ERB threw that one in there.
Step behind the gym, I'll be standing by.
And made Donald Trump say that too. I feel like Biden should have said a line like that.
I feel tough you are against the 45.
The 4-5 is a really good line, playing off of like the Colt 45. Like he's firing lyrical ammunition and weapons, but also he is the 45th president of the United States of America, or he was the 45th president. Obviously, we're on a Biden now.
Watch you step behind the gym, I'll be standing by. See how tough you are against the.
Step behind the gym. All the talks about Biden just being too old, he isn't there mentally, he isn't there physically, so the gym lines, yeah, man, there's a lot of swings already.
That's right. Watch you step behind the gym, I'll be standing by. See how tough you are against the 45. I should have hoped for your whole party, bigger than the one I blew through, cause I'm so money.
Swagger time. I'll shoot a hole through your whole party. I love that flow right there and that little switch up. And are we getting a Donald Trump butt dance? Yes, we are. He is shaking that booty right now. And obviously, Qasem Soleimani in Iran, Trump took him out. Iran retaliated, fired some missiles at some of our bases in Iraq, and yeah, nothing really transpired of that. So yeah, chalk that up to a W for the Trump administration in foreign policy.
I should have hoped for your whole party, bigger than the one I blew through, cause I'm Soleimani. Then I go and bone on Milani. I'm gonna smash you, Joe. Like China. I got all the
Again, so many layers. Obviously, he's going to go get with his hot trophy wife, and then he's going to smash you, Joe, like China. I take that in multiple ways. Obviously, fine China, like breaking China, but then smashing China, because especially towards the latter part of his administration, Trump definitely got a lot tougher on China with the trade wars and all of that going down. So, like, he's smashing China, trying to bring back control, bring back jobs. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting next decade to 20 years just watching sort of this, I would call it a new Cold War between us and China in regards to soft power, economic power, many things. And we'll see if any conflicts happen. I mean, I know Taiwan is sat there. That'll be very interesting to see how that situation plays out, because I do feel like China will invade Taiwan in a few years. Yeah, wow. Why am I going off on foreign policy now? But I am, because Trump did that. And then you could also argue, I mean, Biden has had a pretty good record in regards to foreign policy. I mean, yeah, he's had a strong hand in that. He's been on Senate committees, and obviously he's with the Obama administration before that. But you could also argue that sometimes they were too lenient on China, right? Smashing China, so like critiquing Biden and his China policy while he's smashing China and then smashing fine China. Nice.
45. I should have hoped for your whole party, bigger than the one I blew through, cause I'm Soleimani. Then I go and bone on Milani. I'm gonna smash you, Joe. Like China. I got all the best.
I'm gonna smash you, Joe. so much personality and just, oh man, great delivery.
Then I go and bone on Milani. I'm gonna smash you, Joe. I've got all the best cognition with all the top grammar. I'm not a little girl's shoulders, so you can't touch this MC stammer. You're a disaster, exciting hysteria. You say I'm selling hate.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, fuck me. Obviously, Trump bragging about his cognition levels and his big boy brain that he has. He's taken many cognition tests. He's talked about it in interviews. So I love how they play off of that. I got all the top. You know, I'm the top of the top. I'm the big boy, big daddy brain. And then what really made me giggle was the super, super low blow at Biden, touching a little girl's shoulders, because there's been a lot of cases of women expressing not that they've been sexually assaulted by Biden, but that they've just been put in creepy moments with him when he just like holds on a little too long or just touches them and like rubs noses and says just creepy things, old man creepy things sometimes, like a little disconnected from modern day. And those of you Democrats and on this side who support Biden, I mean, listen, guys, this is Epic Rap Battles. We got two sides. I'm going to argue the points that both sides make. And yeah, I enjoy discussion and debate on here. So yeah, don't get too mad at me for that one. But there will probably be more if Trump has more lines.
You can't touch this MC stammer.
Oh my God. And then I forgot the MC Stammer. MC Hammer, can't touch this. Do, right? Can't touch this MC Hammer. But also MC Stammer because Biden has his stammer. I mean, he's had that since he was a kid. It's something he's had to deal with. He's had a little bit of a stutter. But yeah, I mean, I feel like he's definitely progressed through the years and has gotten more of a mastery of it with his speeches, but he still has those moments.
I'm not a little girl's shoulders, so you can't touch this MC stammer. You're a disaster, inciting hysteria. You say I'm selling hate in America, you're selling hate in America. Like with Hillary, the
That's the best Trump line so far. You say I'm selling hate in America because I'm inciting all of this. You know, I'm playing off of people's fears and emotions. Well, you're the one who's just hating America. You're hating some of the values and some of the things that I'm standing for. I love how he flips the hate in America to you are selling hating America. Like it's almost trendy now just to say, well, yeah, our country sucks, our country blows. And yeah, people just kind of ride that wave and ride that bandwagon. No, our country does not suck. Is our country the best? No, our country's not the best either, but our country doesn't suck either. We're still pretty young as a nation. There's still a lot that we can learn. And yeah, the world does not revolve around us, unfortunately, for some of you out there who might think that way. And wow, Knox is going down that route. But yeah, God bless the USA.
disaster, inciting hysteria. You say I'm selling hate in America, you're selling hate in America. Like with Hillary, the people aren't swayed. Just Barack's shadow, and I don't really like the shade.
Like with Hillary, because I ran against Hillary, people were saying, oh, Clinton's going to win. Look what I did. I smashed it. I mean, he did smash it, people. He did. Nobody saw that coming. When he first started running, nobody thought that he was going to accomplish what he did. I mean, that is one of the singular greatest accomplishments by an American president in history. I will say that because if you look at everything and all the odds that were against him and what his campaign marketing team did, that to me was still so genius to this day, is whereas the Clinton administration and their campaign spent millions upon millions, and they went to TV ads. They took it to TV. And the Trump administration said, hang on, let's redirect where we're spending. Let's focus on social media. And yeah, obviously you had a lot of fake news and fake sites and stories and viral things come out, but a good chunk of that was spurred on by the Trump campaign. And very, very cleverly, they, love it or hate it, but they manipulated social media to their advantage and just created this storm, this overwhelming presence, man. So huge marketing win for them and that team and what they did at the time and realizing the value in socials and the change of the political sphere and where debates and things were happening on, and they capitalized on that.
With Hillary, the people aren't swayed. Just Barack's shadow, and I don't really like the shade.
And obviously the argument is that if you didn't like Barack Obama, then why would you like Joe Biden? Because he comes from the exact same administration. And a lot of times what you see happen, like Obama was linked a lot with the Clintons. So you see a lot of policies that happen that are similar amongst presidents, because a lot of those presidents will bring in similar cabinet members to those previous administrations. They'll bring in from that team. So a lot of Barack's team reflected Clinton's team, just like a lot of Biden's team reflects what was there on Barack's team.
In America, like with Hillary, the people aren't swayed. Just Barack's shadow, and I don't really like the shade.
And then the shade is good because the shadow casts shade, but also like shade, like hate. I don't really like the hate. And if you look at him with his very orange spray tan, technically he doesn't like the shade. He likes to show off that he has a sun-kissed, artificially made body.
Like with Hillary, the people aren't swayed. Just Barack's shadow, and I don't really like the shade.
The pain of losing loved ones is something I have seen. So I know how you must have felt when they killed Jeffrey Epstein. Right there, it's just...
I love that delivery. The pain I have felt. It's almost like he's giving a speech, the way that he expresses that. He just draws you in. And he just casts that line, wheeling you in, and then bam, drops that punchline and lets that sink in. Ooh, he just said, what? Now that was a nice rebuttal from Biden. Jeffrey Epstein, Trump infamously said, yeah, he's a great guy. Jeffrey Epstein came out before, obviously, we know who Epstein really was and all of the allegations and charges against him. So, and yeah, Jeffrey Epstein definitely did not kill himself, people. But that's for another story and another day, and hopefully Knox doesn't get demonetized on videos like this. I don't know why I decided to react to this today, but let's keep going.
So I know how you must have felt when they killed Jeffrey Epstein.
Man, that's low.
There, it's just ain't for you. You should stick love letters for Kim Jong-un. You're a wrestler.
Trump bragged about the letters that he shared between him and Kim Jong-un, right? I love how he takes that and flips that on. Yeah, you're getting buddy with the one of the deadliest dictators in history who just killed masses of people and just manipulated his entire country. I like that. But to throw some defense on Trump's side, did we end up having issues with North Korea when there was a lot of fear that North Korea was going to fire missiles and do all that? No. Listen, Trump was very strong-willed with his foreign policy. And, honestly, if I'm just going to speak frankly on it, I feel like countries were like, we don't know what the fuck this guy's going to do next. Let's just not poke the bear. Let's just not fuck with him. Honestly, we're all take on that from Knoxy Knox.
Right there, it just ain't for you. You should stick love letters for Kim Jong-un. You're a wrestling heel. Nothing about you's real, bitch. A
wrestling heel because Trump, back in the Apprentice days, appeared on WWE. And then like a wrestling heel, having a heel to the story, when the story changes and you take someone that's like a hero in wrestling and then you turn them into a villain. So now Trump started off as a hero of the people and has now become a villain. That's a clever line.
You should stick love letters for Kim Jong-un. You're a wrestling heel.
I love just some of the expressions, like Biden sitting here, yeah, roll on, baby.
Nothing about you's real, bitch. You didn't even really write the art of the deal. But you tapped into the rage of red Mad Hatters. Well, let me tell you.
That's a good one, too. He didn't really write the art of the deal. And he didn't. And he bragged about that book and it sold a lot of copies and, using all of his success and his celebrity status. But turns out he didn't really write that book, did he? No, that's a good one.
You didn't even really write the art of the deal. But you tapped into the rage of red Mad Hatters. Well, let me tell you, Trump, all lives matter. I don't want to
That's a great flip. All lives matter. Because obviously the flip to Black Lives Matter is, well, all lives matter. Why can't we talk about all lives? So Biden is taking that movement, which you find amongst a lot of Trump supporters and red hatters, like the red MAGA hat, right? Get it? The red hatters, tapping into the people that are very proud of their country, people that want to change, that were tired of the exact same politicians all the time, lying to them. They were desperate for a change. And love him or hate him, but Trump was the best that our system could give at the time for change. And I feel like people still want that change, and people still don't trust politicians. But unfortunately for our system, compared to a lot of the world, we operate in a two-party system. And this is all we're taught to think that we have is either left or right. But really, if you look at the political spectrum of the United States and the policies over time, compared to other countries, we think we're so extreme. But really, left and right is kind of in the middle in terms of different presidential policies through the years, whether it's Democrat or Republican, and what has happened through legislations and various things versus other countries who have a much wider range and spectrum. And I feel like we get upset and we get frustrated as a country, but what we don't realize is that a lot of us just aren't well represented by our system. And that system is what we need to work to change. Vote third party. That's Knox's speech for the day. All right, let's keep rolling.
Tapped into the rage of red Mad Hatters. Well, let me tell you, Trump, all lies matter. I don't want to
And obviously Trump, there was a lie counter of how many lies he's told since he's been in office and fact-checking Trump. So all lies matter in this debate and in this situation. And this is why you're not going to get voted for a second election.
Tapped into the rage of red Mad Hatters. Well, let me tell you, Trump, all lies matter. I don't want to defund no police. I picked a DA.
I don't want to defund no police. That's a double negative there, old Joe. So you want to defund the police. I don't think he meant to say that, or maybe he did. Maybe they wanted to cast doubt on that.
Well, let me tell you, Trump, all lies matter. I don't want to defund no police. I picked a DA for my VP. I'm not a communist.
Nice. I love how he puts back the aviator shades on. Classic aviator, presidential shades, but also cops wearing the aviator shades. He picked a DA, which is true, for his VP. So obviously, and that DA, along with him, have always been just very, very strong on their criminal justice policy and how they approach things. So yeah, Biden definitely does not strike me as the type to defund the police, and I don't think that's happening anytime soon with him.
I don't want to defund no police.
God, what was it? Oh my God, there was that speech that he did with Clinton, and this was a big one when he was bragging about jaywalking and what you could get thrown in jail for from the bill that they pass. And yeah, again, very, very heavy-fisted with how he approaches that side of things.
Red Mad Hatters. Well, let me tell you, Trump, all lies matter. I don't want to defund no police. I picked a DA for my VP. I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. I'm just an old ass man with some decency. Wrong. No matter what.
Wrong. No. Wow, this is a great setup. I love the chemistry to this. This is a very good writing between them to have Trump just interject there and then him to keep going and really come in with the flow after that. Just a nice build. I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. Like Trump liked to cast doubt on Biden and what he stood for and his ideologies. And listen, if we're being honest about Biden, to give Biden some credit, he is definitely a deal maker if you look at his history in the Senate. I mean, he's shown multiple times that he is willing to cross that aisle and to make deals with the Republican parties. I would say that Biden is definitely more central and centrist of the left and of the Democratic Party. He's definitely not going the route of communism or socialism. That's for damn certain. Decent human being. Again, depending on your perspective and what you want to dive into and speculate, all the stories of him and Hunter Biden and a lot of stuff that went on there, you could call some of that into question.
I don't want to defund no police. I picked a DA for my VP. I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. I'm just an old ass man with some decency. Wrong. No matter what you try to say, global warming ain't cancer. You pulled out of Paris. Should have pulled out of Stormy Daniels.
You pulled out of Paris, pulled out of the Paris Accords, the climate change accords, right? Which we know that he did. But he takes pulling out of Paris, like personifying Paris like a woman. You should have pulled out of Stormy Daniels. And Stormy Daniels, the porn star who had to sign an NDA to not disclose when Trump was cheating on his wife with her. Yeah, we know that story. Some good lines.
Pulled out of Paris. Should have pulled out of Stormy Daniels. I ain't sleepy. I'm tired of you, Donald Trump. You're fired.
The only thing getting fired up.
Nice flip. Donald Trump being on The Apprentice. You're fired. His infamous line. So now you are literally fired, and he was fired because he didn't win a second term, which is very true. Donald Trump very cleverly would personify people and give them nicknames, and it stuck with his fan base. It was very smart. Listen, people will study Trump's speeches and his ability to talk to an audience, to captivate an audience, to he was a master of rhetoric. He really was. And I really believe that you can learn, if you're in public speaking or anything like that, you can learn some things from the way that Trump chose his words and talked and how he related to people. Definitely had a gift for that. We're going to, listen, we will give points where we want to give points. We'll take away points when we want to take points on this channel, people.
I ain't sleepy.
But yeah, to finish that line, I ain't sleepy. So he called Biden Sleepy Joe, and it really stuck with his fan base. Like, he's sleepy, he's an old man, he's not really with it.
Tired of you, Donald Trump. You're
The
fired.
only thing getting fired on my watch is tear gas from law enforcement.
And obviously, like, being an old man, like saying that you're tired. I like how he takes that. Biden takes that and flips it on Trump. Yeah, I am tired. I'm tired of you. I'm not tired because I'm old. That's good.
of you, Donald Trump. You're fired.
The only thing getting fired on my watch is tear gas from law enforcement. I'll keep America great. You'll unleash Antifa.
Oh.
Keep America like Portland. Ain't nothing gonna beat.
Oh, no. Oh, they even have Trump tweeting like when he tweeted about Portland. Sad. Portland was a mess on both ends, man. A mess on the extreme left, a mess on the extreme right as well. Not a good moment for us in our history and how we look to our enemies.
America great. You'll unleash Antifa and keep America like Portland. Ain't nothing gonna beat me. No person, woman, man, camera, TV.
That is so clever. We talked about Trump bragging about his cognition tests. No woman, man, TV. Wait, what was it? Hang on.
Nothing gonna beat me. No person, woman, man, camera, TV.
No person, woman, man, camera, TV. Wow, Knox just failed his cognition test. But Trump bragged about that and was talking about the different things that the cognition test made him repeat. And that's what he repeated in an interview and was like swagging out on it. So I love how they take those lines and Trump flips it. No one's going to beat me. The media can't beat me. You can't beat me, Joe. I'm unstoppable.
Ain't nothing gonna beat me. No person, woman, man, camera, TV. They impeached me. I still walked out of D.C. looking peachy. You got the sloppy.
Impeach me, peachy. I like those lines. That's peachy. And yeah, Trump, they've tried to impeach him. We know the story, but never passed through the Senate. Never actually went through, much like Clinton. So yeah, I like that. Do what you want. Throw your shade. Hey, I still walked away scotch-free.
They impeached me. I still walked out of D.C.
Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh, it's like just this is a big cuddly teddy bear. You want to squeeze?
Looking peachy. You got the sloppy Joe, but no beef. The only white privilege I see are those teeth. Maybe teach us.
That's good. That's a good one. The only white privilege I see is those teeth. Because, you and your nice income and nice life, yeah, you can afford to get those teeth nice and bleached. You don't have to worry about some of these other conditions that other Americans have to worry about. And then the Sloppy Joe lines playing off of the actual like Sloppy Joe burger, but you don't have the beef that goes into the Sloppy Joe barbecue. The beef of this rap beef. You're not really bringing that heat. You're just sloppy with the things that you say. Nice wordplay.
TV. They impeached me. I still walked out of D.C. looking peachy. You got the sloppy Joe, but no beef. The only white privilege I see are those teeth. Maybe teach your son a thing or two about life. Like there's no hunting season for your dead brother's wife. You and your mask. And
Wow. That is vicious. That is one of the best lines of the battle so far. There is no hunting season. Like, you can't go hunting for your dead brother's wife, playing off of Hunter Biden, who, after his brother died, Joe's son, went and got with the widow. Went and got with her. Yeah, Hunter did that. That happened. No hunting season on that. Hunter Biden is a walking shit show. He's had all kinds of drug addictions. A lot of us know the Ukraine story and the scandal with that. And again, without the risk of YouTube just destroying my channel right now, yeah, there's questions on both sides. All right, listen, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all have flaws, but there's definitely flaws on Biden's side, especially when it comes to his son, especially with the dealings with Ukraine and leveraging political influence for business purposes. Smells like classic politician right there. That's all I'm going to say on that, people.
your son a thing or two about life. Like there's no hunting season for your dead brother's wife. You and your mask and your Knight Rider shades are getting revoked like your Roe versus Wade. There's no blue wave.
Getting revoked like Roe versus Wade, the infamous Supreme Court case that ruled for abortion that a lot of the Republican Party has been trying to get reversed for years. And honestly, I think the biggest legacy that we're going to see as a result of Donald Trump's presidency is not with the legislative moves or anything like that. It's going to be with the Supreme Court and what happens years from now as cases are decided, because people are not fully appreciating the fact that he got to appoint 3 justices, 3 conservative justices in the Supreme Court. That is huge, huge news, and that will definitely shape policy and shape law for many, many years to come. It's a good line.
You and your mask and your Knight Rider shades are getting revoked like your Roe versus Wade. There's no blue wave. Forget it, not coming. Like I tell criminals, Joe, stop running.
Was Brianna tell?
Oh, stop running. Telling criminals because, yeah. Hey, you don't want to fuck with Donald Trump, all right? Don't run away from me. That's how I deal with criminals. That's how I deal with all my policies. But also stop running. Like, stop running for president. I love how he's surfing a blue wave and then riding the blue wave of the Democratic Party. Democratic being blue, Republicans being red. Yeah, some good lines. Also, sexy chicken. Camera died, and we're back.
Blue wave, forget it, not coming. Like I tell criminals, Joe, stop running.
Nice.
Was Breonna Taylor running? You dog whistling fool. I think your daddy...
Good one. Nice response from Biden. The Breonna Taylor story, as we know, Breonna Taylor, no relation to doing any type of criminal activity. Her ex-boyfriend suspected of it, who she wasn't even with at the time. Officers got a warrant. They say that they announced their presence, that they were coming in. Her boyfriend at the time says otherwise. Break into someone's house late at night in a rough area. Yeah, he fires. Cops fire. One of the cops just shoots just 10 shots. I mean, not even thinking about neighbors or anything going on in that situation. Yeah, we could talk about a lot of these subjects all day, can't we? But I like how he takes that, because obviously there was a lot of critique of how Trump handled that situation. So Biden is bringing that up because Breonna Taylor was not running when she was killed. She actually wasn't doing anything wrong, but she was still killed. Good line.
Running.
Was Breonna Taylor...
Nice flip of the running. And also good political misdirection and typical sort of politician rhetoric tool to use to take a situation and kind of redirect it emotionally somewhere else, right? Technically not addressing what's being addressed to you, but just take it and redirect it. Good.
running?
Wait, why did I just get into subtitles? Go away, subtitles.
You dog whistling fool.
The dog whistling. Because, again, a lot of people say, especially like, for instance, when Trump was talking about Portland and had a chance to be critical of far-right and white supremacist movements, that he's dog whistling. And dog whistling, in a sense, is, a dog whistle you can't hear when you blow it, but a dog can hear it. So the argument is that when you dog whistle in politics, you are secretly giving sort of orders and showing your support without actually saying these things because of your word choice and how you choose things. And the stand down and stand by lines are a very good example of that.
Criminals, Joe, stop running.
Was Breonna Taylor running? You dog whistling fool. I think your daddy would finally
This is a really good battle. This is a really good one.
be proud of you. He was a racist asshole too.
Hang on.
Stop running.
Was Breonna Taylor running? You dog whistling fool. I think your daddy would finally be proud of you. He was a racist asshole too.
Trump's dad was a member of the KKK. We're going to leave that one there. What the hell?
What's this malarkey?
Oh,
Keep at it.
Oh, nice additional cameo by Peter and Lloyd playing Russians, like the Russians hacking the election and interfering with it. That's good. That's fucking good.
What's this malarkey?
And Joe using the word malarkey, just showing his age and what was trending slang in his time.
Keep at it and you'll end up in jail, hoss. I'll take it down like a mule.
Oh, Hoss too? Yeah, there's some good word choice, like words that Joe would actually say.
Keep at it and you'll end up in jail, hoss. I'll take it down like a mule. And you're a mailbox from all your what?
Take you down like I'm you in your mailbox. And we know that mail-in ballots were ultimately the destruction of Trump and why he lost the election. And he fought heavily against that and the legality of some of them and tried to make accusations of fraud, which there have been now multiple panels and agencies that have looked at this and ruled that there has been no voter fraud. It has gone to the courts, our legal system. So please respect our legal justice system in this country, people. I'm going to leave that one there.
Keep at it and you'll end up in jail, hoss. I'll take it down like a mule. And you're a mailbox from all your wives to the SATs. Everything you ever did, you just had to cheat. Cause you're too insecure.
Trump, I'm pretty sure he's cheated on all of his wives, hasn't he? Yeah, okay. That's a good one. And then there's been accusations that Trump even cheated on the SATs. But we're going to have to pull up Joe on something here. Mr. Biden, who went to law school at Syracuse. Sorry, Syracuse Law. But, I mean, he didn't graduate anywhere near the top of his class. I think he only got 1A was the story ever in all of law school. So he wasn't exactly a model citizen, but there was a huge story of him getting in trouble for plagiarism. And his argument was that, oh, I didn't cite it correctly. I didn't actually plagiarize because it was so obvious. Yeah, that happened. So he cheated. Then he also cheated, technically, with speeches because he plagiarized a bunch of British politicians' speeches when he first ran for president way back in the 80s. So, yeah.
From all your wives to the SATs, everything you ever did, you just had to cheat. Cause you're too insecure to even look like a loser. You're the worst damn Republican since Herbert Hoover. When you scooped up.
That's a good one. That's a good bar. Herbert Hoover oversaw the Great Depression, as we know. Also still has a dam named after him. Isn't that kind of fitting, that word? Like when you go, damn, like taking Herbert Hoover's name in vain. Like, damn it, Hoover. Why'd you do that?
Cause you're too insecure to even look like a loser. You're the worst damn Republican since Herbert Hoover. When you scooped up a sycophantic homophobe loser. Man became the Constitution. Worst damn Republican since Herbert Hoover. When you scooped.
Man, so many layers to this battle. The fly on his head, like Mike Pence in his vice presidential debate, having a fly on his head for 2 straight minutes. And that is perfect for the Mike Pence bars. Sycophantic, homophobe, Hoosier, Mike Pence, Indiana Hoosiers, being from Indiana, being homophobic. I mean, Mike Pence has come out in support of conversion therapy. Like, if you are gay or homosexual, you have to go through this therapy to be converted, set back on the straight and narrow. Wordplay. And then the sycophantic, obviously he's sucking up to Trump. A lot of people suspected that, he was just getting with Trump because he really wanted power and wanted to get there, and he would just say whatever Trump needed to hear. That's good. As many times as Trump argues make America great again and are, reaching back to our values, to take that and to flip that on Trump, because look at all the times that you have abused the very laws and foundation of the country that you so adamantly support.
200,000 deaths lying at your door. There's suckers like McCain in the Marine Corps. Sometimes
John McCain. I've always been a fan of McCain. He is one of the ones that I have liked through the years. And John McCain, war hero. Trump tried to say that he wasn't a war hero because he got captured. There were stories that he called him a loser after he died. And, McCain did ultimately get the last laugh in the end and kind of gave Trump the middle finger because he wasn't invited to his funeral, and he asked Obama from the other side to speak. I mean, that was a hell of a statement to make. Got to appreciate McCain for doing that. And then there was also a story of Trump calling Marine Corps from World War I suckers as well. So, yeah, there's been different stories on that. But again, we got to argue both sides of the coin and look at things. I mean, Trump has always been very adamant about his support for the armed forces. He's had a lot of generals who have supported him. He's always kind of tried to look after the armed forces at the same time. So, two sides of every story.
200,000 deaths lying at your door. You think there's suckers like McCain?
Really, he just had a bad rivalry with McCain. He didn't like McCain. McCain didn't like him.
The Marine Corps. Sometimes I can't tell for which side you're rooting. When we go high, you go down on Putin. Truth.
When we go high, you go down on Putin. Wasn't it Michelle Obama talked about when they go low, we go high? Like when they go low with the campaigns and try to mudsling and muckrake, we just keep it about the issues. We go high. We take the moral high ground. So here, Biden is taking, we go high. We're taking the moral high ground. We're not getting into this muckraking that you're doing. Meanwhile, you're going down on Putin. And we all know Trump's buddy-buddy relationship with Putin. I mean, who wouldn't be buddy-buddy with Putin? I mean, Putin helped get him elected. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, people. Calm down.
Sometimes I can't tell for which side you're rooting. When we go high, you go down on Putin. Truth is, you're scared to lose. You got nothing in the bank that I owe you.
Another big story, right? Trump is in like over $1 billion in debt and just has so much debt and brags about being a businessman, and yet he still owes so much. But listen, I mean, there's so many businesses that have IPO'd that are trading today out in Silicon Valley that still aren't making a profit yet and are valued upon millions of billion-dollar companies. So,
Truth is, you're scared to lose. You got nothing in the bank that I owe you. You're white about balance like a bitch. But the only thing that's rigged is taxes for the rich. You're a free...
Taxes for the rich. Obviously, Trump being Republican, notoriously, a lot of tax breaks are given to the wealthy class. Normally, that's how it goes. Big business has a lot of ties with the Republican Party. But I like the way that he flipped the stammering lines. You. playing off of his own stammer, but in this case using it to diss Trump. You whine about ballots like a bitch. I mean, Biden is really swinging in this verse. I mean, he's getting down on this one. He is not going high. He's going low, man. That's fucking funny.
You whine about ballots like a bitch. The only thing that's rigged is...
That's so trolling. Like a bitch. I'm going to say it to you with a big smile on my face and my arms wide open. You're a bitch whining about ballots.
Is for the rip. You're a freeloader. Change your name to Trump. My campaign dripping up. You can't get down a ramp. I'm pulling up.
First off, you're a freeloader. Change your name to Tramp instead of Trump. Tramp someone being a freeloader. I think that's a diss at Donald Trump and his tax returns and not wanting to release those. And wasn't it the Times who supposedly reported he only paid like $750 in taxes for the past 2 years or something like that? But again, none of this has been 100% accurately validated, but there has been a lot of speculation on things in his tax return. So I love how he's playing on that one. And then the best lines of the whole battle. My campaign's ramping up. Your ass can barely get down a ramp. There's a really good song. I ran down the ramp. It's terrible singing by Knox, but you get the picture. There is a whole meme about this, about Trump when he's giving his speech. What was he at West Point? And he's going down this ramp. He's like, yeah, that's how I walk into Walmart. But, I mean, and then it just takes him, they make a whole song out of it. And he talks about it in his speech, and they troll him on the speech. It is really good. And he was worried he's going to slip. And he said that he ran in the last few steps, like he kind of stumbles down. Oh, again, Trump being just a master at the rhetoric, just taking that situation and flipping it. But yeah, it's hilarious. I will find that video if you have never ever seen it for whatever reason and put the link below because it's fucking hilarious. It is funny.
You're a freeloader. Change your name to Trump. My campaign dripping up. You can't get down a ramp. I'm pulling away faster than your wife's hand. For the love of democracy. Will you shut up, man?
Pulling away faster than your wife's hand. My campaign's ramping up, so the ramp to ramp scheme. But also, yeah, obviously he did pull away because he won. And then there's been so many images of Trump and his wife, and Trump's like going to the hand of his wife. His wife slaps it away. I mean, that was a meme and a gif for a while. And then the will you shut up, man. Oh, that's another debate reference. I can't remember what Biden was being asked about when Trump kept interrupting him and interrupting and Biden just said, will you shut up, man? Like he actually just said that on live TV. He's like yapping, man. And then afterwards, like Biden had a very snarky comment, like, yeah, that was a great debate, like great question on that. Biden didn't even really get to address the issue because Trump kept interrupting him. Oh, what a great way to end it. Like, just shut up. Just end this right now.
What's hey, for the love of democracy? Will you shut up, man?
Instead of saying for the love of God, for the love of democracy, please, for the sake of democracy. Wow, was that 7 years ago someone suggested that? That's crazy. I'm taking that man to Vegas. Wait, I missed something else. That's clever. You literally decide. Like, because you decide in the election. You actually decide who is going to win this in real life this time. That's great. Great beat. Ooh, remix. Just gonna keep letting it play. That was one of the best ones. That was honestly one of the best ERBs. There was just so many layers to all the bars, some really good delivery, really good back and forth. I felt like both candidates had some just dirty, nasty swings and punches at the other one. I love the acting for Trump, though. I loved his voice. I kind of want to give it to Trump. But then that last verse from Biden, that was naughty. He had some really, really good lines in that last verse. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna piss people off and give it to Trump. So hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. Comment down below any other ERBs you want to see me do, or if there's other artists you want to see me check out. I try to read all of your comments, guys. I respond as much as I can, so please keep commenting and keep posting. Also, somehow, if you're at the end of this very long video, obviously you're enjoying the content, so do me a favor, support the channel directly, subscribe, and notifications on. As always, this is your reminder to stay safe, stay positive. It's Knox Hill. Catch you again soon. I'm out.